So this problem says, let's say we have a keypad phone. There is a phone which is like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. There is a phone like this. There used to be a keypad, right? And there used to be some letters below it, like A, B, C. Here it used to be D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Here it used to be P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, space. And here used to be some symbols. So the question says basically that, yeah, Nokia 1209, yeah. So question basically says, let's say you are given a digit string. So let's say the digit string is 26. Now what you can do is you can try to replace every letter in it with some, every digit in it with some letter written on that particular keypad. So for example, 2 I can replace with A, B, or C. 6 I can replace with M, N, and O. And what you need to do is you need to print all the possible words that you can form. So as an example, if I replace this with A and this with M, I'll get AM. If I replace this with B and replace this with O, I'll get BO. And so on and so forth. There will be a lot of different possibilities. Can you calculate how many possibilities will be there in case of 26? 9, right? Yeah. So 3 options for this, 3 options for this, 3 into 3, 9. There will be AM, AN, AO, BM, BN, BO, CM, CN, C. So 9 options, right? If I write another 7 here, can you calculate the number of options quickly? 36. 36 is the right answer because 3 into 3 into 4. There are 4 here, right? So yeah, 36 is the answer. Cool. So basically this is your question. Given a digit string, given this keypad, you want to print all the possible options. Okay. So now here, if you look at, there is a clear choice for each digit. What is the clear choice that you are making? Every digit you can replace with either of these. Every digit here you can replace with either of these. So this is a clear indication that this question can be done, can be explored to be done via recursion. Does this make sense? Because we have choices for each element. This can be done via recursion. Whenever we have choices, we explore those choices, right? That's the plain point of recursion. So what do? We want to build a string replacing each character. We'll go character by character on it. So let's say we are currently at exploring for 0th index with an empty string. So what I'll do is I'll either replace 0th index by A or by B or by C. So I'll say go to first index, explore it using A. So basically I'm doing a plus A here, or change it to B, or change it to C. Okay, let's take a moment and try to understand this like in a good way. So what I'm trying to say is, what do I need to do? To get a string out of it, I need to replace 0th digit by a character, first digit also by a character, and second digit also by a character. I have to replace each of them by one character from their lists. So what I'll do is I'll go index by index. First, I will replace for 0 all the options and explore them. Then in each of those options, I'll say replace 1 with all the options and then replace 2 with all these options. So first I'm starting with 0 and I said, let me replace 0th digit by A and explore that side. So what do? I put an A here and say, now, okay, go on and explore for 1 and 2. Then I say, okay, now I'll do with B. So I put a B here and said explore for 1 and forward. I put a C here and said explore for 1 and forward. So making a decision for 0, making a decision for the first character, putting there A, B, or C, and then saying, okay, now we'll explore for the remaining characters, which are index 1 and 2. I'll do one more step, then it might be much more cleaner. So from here, what I'll do, now I have to make a decision for first character. What are my options? M, N, and O. So I'll say add M first, go to 2. Now you have AM with you. Or add N, go to 2, you have AN with you. Or add O, go to 2, you have AO with you. So making a decision for current index by trying all the options, recursing for each option, and then saying, okay, now explore for the next index. Similarly, from here, you will add M, you will add N, you will add O. And you will go to 2BM, 2BN, 2BO. Similarly, you can complete this. Okay. Should I continue from here? Like assuming this 26 was only my number. This is one of my answer, right? AM is one of my answer. So I will basically store it somewhere and then say, okay, this part is done. Go back. So let's do one thing. Let's try to code this much out and see if we are able to get somewhere. I need to somewhere store the information that for 2, I want to replace it with ABC. For 3, I want to replace it with DEF and so on. So how do I store that information? Either it can be a map. Those of you who know map can do it with that. Those of you who don't know map, we can also store it in a simple array. So I'll have a simple array. Let me call it digit map only because we are having a map. So for 0, there is nothing. For 1 also there is nothing. For 2 there is ABC. For 3 there is DEF. For 4 there is GHI, JKL, MNO, PQRS, TUV, and WXYZ. So how will this list help us? If I do digit map of 2, I will get ABC. And now I can iterate on it and know these are the things that I can put in place of 2. The important part is this. If I do digit map of 2, I will get ABC. That is, it will tell me these are the things that you can place instead of 2. Let's look at our recursion. What all do I need? I need a string and I need an index. So let's build on top of that. I need 2 things. We'll see if we need more things later on. But right now I know I need an answer string that I'll build moving forward, and I need an index. So I'll build a void function. This part is not visible, right? So void find combinations. I need a string, answer, and index. When do I need to stop? And what do I need to do when I stop? I also have a digit string, which is like 26, right? When there is a string that matches with map, right? When you have made a decision for all the indices, when I've made a decision for 2, I have made a decision for 1, and now I have reached index 2, that is where I need to stop. So if my index has reached digit string dot size, for example, we are solving it for 26, right? As soon as I have reached 2, that means I made a decision for 0, I made a decision for 1. Now I am at 2, that is, I have made a decision for every digit of my digit string. So what I'll do, this is my answer. I'll store it. So let's have an answer list as well. So a list of string, which will be your answer list. So I'll say answer list dot push answer and return. So whatever answer I have got so far, I'll put it in my answer list and simply return from here. So if while making decision for each index, like index 0, index 1, index, if you reach at index equal to digit dot size, assuming 0 indexing, then you need to stop. So if while exploring each index, you have made a decision for each one of them, now you have exhausted your string, you need to stop. Plus, when you actually stop, you have made a decision for each of them. So you have your answer at hand, one of the answer at hand. So you'll simply push that into your answer list because that is one of the possible answers. If this does not happen, then what do I need to do? I need to make a decision for the current index. So let's do that. So I will say first, the digit at the current index for which I need to make a decision is basically digit string of index. So basically, if my index is 0 at the beginning, I'll be making a decision for digit string of 0, which is 2. If index is 1, I'll be making a decision for digit string of 1, which is 6. So this stores my digit for which I'm making a decision. Does this make sense? What is this step doing? So I've extracted out the digit for which I need to make a decision. Here it would have been 2. Here it would have been 6. Yes or no? Okay. Now I need to know what all can I replace it with, right? Little bit confusing. No, just look at it, what I'm trying to do. So I'm saying this is the index for which I want to make a decision. So index, let's say, is 0. That means right now I'm making a decision for 2. Should I replace it with A? Should I replace it with B? Should I replace it with C? So I have extracted out the digit here. I have just taken it out so that I am sure that I'm making a decision for this one. So I've simply done that. I've taken this 2 out and stored it in this digit. Okay. Shouldn't it be digit size -1 equal to index in the first case? Digit size -1. No. So when you are at -1, you still need to make a decision for this last one, right? You have options still. If last one is 6, you can replace it with M, N, and O. You still are not done with your string. Okay. So we have our digit. Now what we will do? We need to extract out what all can we replace it with. So I will do digit map of digit. Can I do digit map of digit? Why do you think I can't do that? Digit is a character. If I do digit map of character, what will happen? If I do array of character 0, it basically converts to array of 48. Because character 0 is essentially 48 in terms of ASCII, right? In most of the language, and I'm not saying in every language. Some languages like Python might say that this is actually 0, so I'll take array of 0. But in most of the languages, if this is an int, it is auto casted to 48. So what I need to do is, generally, I need, like, if there is a digit here, I need to do digit minus character 0. So that is what I'm going to do here. So I will say string to replace. What all can I replace it with? I'll say digit map of digit minus 0. Is this making sense? That -0 is just so that it is converted into actual ASCII, like, of that particular digit. Sorry, actual number of that particular digit. Now I have this ABC. What I'll do is I'll replace one by one. I'll put A, I'll put B, I'll put C, and recurse. So what I'll do is for int I equal to 0, I less than 2 replace dot size, I plus plus, just recurse it for answer plus to replace of I and index plus 1. Let me quickly repeat this, what I'm trying to do. So if this was ABC, I am saying I'll go character by character on this. So for an int I equal to 0, I less than string dot size I plus plus. If I am at A, I will add it to my answer. So it was empty. I added A to my answer. And now call recursion for next index. So I'm going over it. Like first I'll go to A. I'll add it, call for the next. I'll put B, call the next. I'll put C, call the next. Okay. Can we do int of digit? Depends from language to language. Which language is able to interpret it, which language is not. This is safest. This works for every language. So in some cases, if you want to convert into it, like in Python, you'll have to do ord digit minus ord 0. That's a separate thing. So this was an interesting and difficult problem.